Smokeless tobacco is not as harmless as one would think. It is a public health concern to this region, and it can no longer be ignored. My name is Kimberly Moore. I'm a student nurse at Northwest College. I am also a resident of Powell for 23 years. I recently found that the tobacco use here on campus is a public health issue that needs to be addressed. Today, I would like to examine what the big problem is, why it is important to every student, and how we will solve this issue. Tobacco use has been a huge part of Western culture. Have you ever seen that ring in an old pair of Wranglers? You would never see a cowboy without his chew, as advertised here on a belt buckle. I'm sure many students here, as well as their relatives, could tell you exactly what type of tobacco they prefer. In fact, in Wyoming alone, 28.4% of current residents use tobacco products. 9.1% of those residents are smokeless tobacco users, according to a study by Crosskov in 2011. Although some may think that smokeless tobacco may be a better alternative to cigarettes, this is completely false. Dr. Howard Tolchinsky said, "The amount of nicotine absorbed by the body from smokeless tobacco is 3 to 4 times higher than the amount delivered by a cigarette. A person who uses 8 to 10 dips or chews a day ingests the same amount of nicotine as a heavy smoker who has 30 to 40 cigarettes a day. Therefore, smokeless tobacco users become just as easily addicted to nicotine as smokers, and quitting smokeless tobacco can be more difficult than giving up cigarettes. The short-term effects of smokeless tobacco use can include cracked, bleeding, and receding gums, as well as eroded tooth enamel, which can increase your risk of cavities. Since chewing tobacco contains high amounts of sugar, prolonged use can cause tooth decay and loss. The results of using chewing tobacco can also include mouth sores, tooth abrasions and erosions, increased tooth decay, tooth discoloration, bad breath, and of course, nicotine dependence. If used long term, your teeth could go from this to this. Ew, yuck. If the general public knew how bad smokeless tobacco is for their health, would they still use it? I propose that a class be started at Northwest College against tobacco use for Northwest College students. This class will be offered fall of 2017. It will be a mandatory class in order to graduate. It will be taught by a nursing professor with knowledge in that area. It will not only solve the criteria for helping to educate the general public of this region about the health concerns tobacco poses, but it will solve the stigma presented of cowboy culture and tobacco use. In conclusion, educating the public about the benefits of tobacco-free life, we can have a healthier future. I know this course will help make the students in this region aware of the dangers of tobacco, as well as the stigma that can be eradicated about cowboys needing their tobacco. Thanks for listening.